Yo, what's going on? Guess what I have in my hands? It's crack. Not the real crack on the street. This is the pre-workout crack. Now, the problem with these kind of supplements is not the stimulants, it is your tolerance. If you're not used to taking 300 milligrams of caffeine, this is not the pre-workout for you. Let me just start with that, because you do not want to take this if you're only used to taking, C4 and or Explode. But if you're here, you are experienced, you are one of us, you belong in this video. This is Dark Labs' newest pre-workout, and it's without DMAA. What is DMAA anyway? It's a very hardcore stimulant that can mimic the body's natural adrenaline system. So that means when you're taking it, you're gonna feel like you're in the fight or flight mode. But this is the DMHA version. It is called the Crack OG. Now, just because it's called Crack OG doesn't mean it has anything to do with the crack with DMAA. So with that out of the way, welcome to my humble little secure room. We got the self-defense here against the FDA. We got TJ waiting for me outside this room. I'm just kidding, there's no TJ. And this is a very interesting pre-workout. Let me just start with that, because this is not for beginners. This is crazy. I thought when I saw this, I was like everyone else. I was thinking, there's no way a pre-workout can replace the original crack pre-workout, calling itself Crack OG. I was like, that's just disrespectful. Me, in my scientific mind, looking at the ingredients, at what's in there compared to the previous formula, thinking, hopefully the experience is something else. And boy, is it. Okay, look, I know DMAA looks like it's going out the door, and we're thinking like, what's going on? We're not gonna have any fun pre-workouts, but this is different. This is way different. I think the quality of the ingredients, I don't know what it is, but it's like the first time I've ever taken a DMHA pre-workout. That's how it feels. It feels so different. Now, I'm gonna explain it. Now, I have an in-depth article on my website, FitFrick. It breaks down every ingredient in this pre-workout, and you can see what each ingredient does and what the clinical dose should be, because not every pre-workout is created equally, and the ingredients are important to know about, especially if you have no idea what you're doing. These kind of ingredients, like you should know your pre-workouts, having the knowledge of those, what ingredients helps with what is useful. So in this video, I'm jumping down right into the experience, because that's where the fun is at. All of you have seen the other crack reviews. You've probably seen the label breakdowns and whatnot. I'll give you a quick overview since we're already here, and then we'll skip right to my experience. But the quick overview is that this is an 8 gram. Okay, so the quick overview is that every serving has 20 grams of not ingredients, but in total, there's 20 grams per scoop. So that could mean there's like 17 grams or a little bit less of active ingredient per serving. Now, each serving has 8 grams of citrulline, 3.2 grams of beta-alanine, 1 gram of agmatine. I'm getting excited for the formula, not for like the first few ingredients, but 1 gram of arginine, which we all believe is inferior compared to citrulline, but when it's combined with both, it's something else. So don't be so quick to judge on that. It's actually been shown to be effective when it's combined with citrulline and other nitric oxide boosters for some reason. But anyway, caffeine, 400 milligrams of aerogenesis, 300 milligrams of DMHA, 250 milligrams of L-norvaline, that's a nitric oxide booster, another form of caffeine, 100 milligrams dicaffeine malate, super synfrine, that's like the urgency kind of thing, 30 milligrams. New Pep, that's a nootropic. It's supposed to help with like focus and memory. And then we have alpha yohimbine at 1.5 milligrams, which is like the very minimum dose. You shouldn't experience any crazy cold sweats or anything like that. And I didn't. Like for me, I didn't experience any bad side effects. So, oh my Lord. Okay, so how is this experience? So the first 10 minutes is just a buildup of energy. It's just a buildup of energy, but then I feel like there's a buildup of a mental high. Like there's a big mental high going on with this, and it's nothing super euphoric, but it's there. It's there on the mind, and it's like this thing where it's just building up, and it feels like the high energy of crack with DMAA, but it's not like super focused. It's not like narrowed or anything, but it is focused. It is urgent, but it's also euphoric. It's also energetic. It's crazy. I'm hyping this up, but the experience was like building up, and it was just this mental high. I like to describe it as a high, and it's like this burning sensation going on in the mind. It's not like a burning sensation. It's more like a warmth building up, and it's like the super high energy buildup as well, but it's not urgent. It's nothing like the Assassin 6.5 where you took it and you were angry, you were urgent, you were in a hurry, you wanted to get shit done. This makes you do that, but it's not heart racing. It's not heart racing, but it's exciting because it's there in the mind and it's building up. So like an hour later, I'm at the top of so an hour later I'm at the top of this energy, and it is going and getting better, but it's nothing like nothing survival mode, nothing that's anxious, but at the same time I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit dirty, and I'm close to that edge. I get to the zone where there's like the dirty energy and there's like the clean energy. It's like in the middle. It's nothing too dirty. It's not too anxious. It's not too jittery, but it's euphoric. It's energetic. It's focused, but it's still like, I don't want to say it's everything I wanted in a pre-workout, but it feels like the first time I've ever taken like a stim junkie DMHA pre-workout. Going like imagine going from using pre-cage, like back a few years ago, pre-cage was like the top seller in pre-workout, so everyone was getting it and I was getting it, and just imagine using a caffeine only pre-workout and then going to like the stim junkie pre-workout. It kind of feels like this, kind of feels like that, and it's the high as well. Like I keep saying high, but it's motivation, it's euphoric, but it's not crazy happy euphoric. It's more like euphoric, but a mental high euphoric kind of feeling where, like I said, it is in the middle road, like going up to the highest mountain of energy, but just before the peak of that urgency, of that anxious, dirty feeling that you'll get from DMAA pre-workouts. Just before that. It's just before that, and it's just perfect. Like that's the energy that I want. That's the energy that I like. And that's amazing. So crack OG, it is amazing. Yeah, I know. I know. You're looking at the formula and you're thinking, no way, you can't look at the formula. The experience is totally different. And like TJ says, the experience is always different than the formula. And in this case, it is. Sometimes it isn't, but sometimes it is. And this pre-workout is. So Dark Labs, they've never failed us. They've gone, from the crack DMAA, crack gold, flame, Heroline. This feels like if crack with DMAA had a baby with flame, this would be the sun. This would be the sun, because it feels like flame, but it also feels like crack with DMAA. But then it doesn't reach the point where it's so high that it must come down. Like there isn't even a crash even. And there isn't that DMAA crash that we all knew from the original crack with DMAA. Yeah, so if you get this and you're looking for like a stim junkie pre-workout, then this is the one. We don't need a DMAA. After using this, I don't know, like it questions my preferences in stimulants, my favorite pre-workouts. It makes me rethink, like, what if all those pre-workouts that we consider to be not as good as the DMAA versions had just inferior forms of quality stimulants, like DMHA maybe it had lower inferior form, because it does matter if it's like there's ingredients that there's extracts of, and there's also ingredients that are just whole ingredients. Like, for example, DMAA it comes from a plant. It's found in a plant called geranium. Geranium has DMAA, but if you have that plant in a pre-workout, it's gonna do nothing, because DMAA comes from like if we did extract this from plants, it would take so much, right? So it's usually made in the lab. It's synthetic. So maybe the forms that we're used to, that we're taking and we're judging pre-workouts on, maybe those forms of those stimulants are not high quality. Maybe. Not all pre-workouts are created. Now, not all pre-workouts are created equally, but it seems to be the case. Dark Labs has done it. They're not just doing like a flashy label, calling it Crack OG, hoping to sell 1 million in one day and they're gone. No. They've been at it for years. They've never disappointed us. Which pre-workout from Dark Labs has disappointed you? They have like 7 different ones now. Name one. You can't. I can't. There's Healing, there's Flame, there's like those limited editions of Crack. They know what we want. We want the Dark Labs experience, and it's always, I don't want to say it'll always be like that, but right now it's like that. So if you want to get like a Stim Junkie pre-workout, this is one of them to get. And the flavor on a scale of 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me give you a flavor rating on this. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I'm gonna do there. F your flavor, no, but the flavor is fine. I've tried berry and tropical flavor. Both of them are fine, and I have both right here, tropical punch and berry. To be honest, I think tropical punch was a little bit better, like a hint better. But if I had to choose, I wouldn't choose. I would just get Dark Labs Crack OG. They have earned their logo on their pre-workout. Let me just tell you that because it's amazing. So let me just get to the pumps real quick. It's there, and it feels like the vasodilation is maxed out and whatnot. 8 grams of citrulline, you can't go wrong with that. There's going to be nice pumps, and there's also arginine. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but this formula is euphoric. Arginine, I think, has some mood benefiting benefits. And arginine and agmatine as well has some euphoria. So when we try to get more stimulants in these kind of formulas, it becomes less euphoric and more dirty. So maybe that's why. But get this. Check out the full review, the full breakdown, of this pre-workout. If you want to get it, check out the link in the description. You can use my coupon code FitFrick at any major Stim Junkie retailer, NutriCartel, Nutritional Supplement Shop, darklabs.pro. There's also Sub Central. My coupon code works all across the stores, FitFrick. And yeah, I know, get it. Don't wait, get it. Don't ask anyone else for their opinion. Take my word for it. And if you are looking to improve your workouts, there's workouts on my site, there's spreadsheets. I provide the workouts. So if you're looking for a workout, I've been using the same program for like 1.5 years now. Before that, I was using the same program for like 2 years. And before that, I was using, push-pull legs. So I'm always sticking to one program. If you stick to one program, you will make gains. You will be consistent. If you do not, if you switch and you're playing around, you're not going to consistently build muscle, and you're just going to be putting yourself in the same position you were in today or before. You'll just be repeating the cycle. So if you want to work out, you get it done. It's lightweight, baby. It's peanuts. It's nothing. You just do it. You just show up and you do it and you perform your very best, and don't believe that don't believe that you tried your best unless you truly believe that deep down in your heart that you actually tried your best. Like, don't let anyone tell you that you tried your best when you didn't. You gotta tell them, no, I didn't try my best. I could have gone for one more rep. Oh, I could have gone beyond failure. Anyway, Crack OG. I would recommend it. I would recommend. Now, Dark Labs did send this to me for review. I am not sponsored. I will give my honest review no matter what. So hopefully this helps you. If you like this review, please let me know in the comments. I'm always responding to everything. I never let anyone without a response. I never let anyone go without a response. So even if you say hello or hi or good video or bad video, good. That's good. Anything is good. But yeah, get this, man. Get it. It is insane. And also use a level scoop, because if you take a full overheat, like a heaping scoop, it'll be more than the serving size. And you're supposed to take 2 scoops. For 1 scoop, you'll still feel those effects. it's still there. But 2 scoops, that's where like it's almost like dirty. But 1 scoop is good. So you can try 1 scoop as well, and this would be like a good 40 serving. Wow, get it. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's crazy, man. But if you want the strongest pre-workouts, check out FitFreak. There's also lists there with the strongest pre-workouts that's updated like on a daily, not daily, but there's usually new pre-workouts every few weeks, and it's always updated. Yeah.